Gentlemen, back here again. We're now approaching. Actually, we're doubling back here in quarterfinals. This is Stormy Style versus Power Moes. The current score is 0-0. This is going to be game number 1 going down on Frontier. Stormy Style versus Power Moes. It's gonna be Anders and Colony. They've also had a gentleman's agreement not to play Yap Yap. Right, so let's kick things off here, bud. Let's get this game rolling. As we are still in the quarterfinals, this is a live gameplay. Neither player has continued on down the bracket here. We're going to jump on. The score is 0-0. Best of 3. Game number 1 going down on Frontier. A lot of aggression. Stormy Star and Power Moes, both veterans coming out of all 3 qualifying cups, and they have now met in the quarterfinals in the 3rd cup here. Both players have done very, very well in the last couple of cups, have a lot of points, and have definitely showed up here in the qualifying cup to try to secure as many points and possibly take the 3rd open slot to be given a permanent spot in the Pro League. Stormy Style opting in for Yap Yap.
Broken the gentleman's agreement.
Broken the gentleman's agreement again. It was no Anders and no Colony, and whoever plays Yap Yap is rude. Again, guys, finally I can jump into casting here. Haven't been able to cast and keep up due to a PC lobby, but Story Style, my Xbox brethren here. We're going to kick things off in game number 1. Again, Stormy Style opting in for Yap Yap, and Power Moes opting in for Atriox. Stormy Style obviously opting in for the pure cannon fodder.
Thanks for the
Take
intro.
a look at Atriox over here. Did you click it? I didn't hear you say anything.
No, it's fine.
Okay, good. So we'll take a look at Power Moes here. He opened a double supply pad and chopper opener here. Curious to see where this chopper's going to head on out and see if it's going to be able to challenge here. But he's got a lot of issues to deal with. As Yap Yap is definitely going to try to get into position to deny the power there, as we see in the center, and also get
good mind drop there.
Mini-base.
Actually catches both of those power crits. I do agree with the chopper opener versus Yap Yap. Chopper can't really harass anything because he's just building 3 units. You can't pick off any Marines or Grunts like you would against a normal leader. So with that Chopper, you could potentially get 2 Grunts instead and a bit more map vision. Stormy going for a mini steal, actually a double mini steal straight away. Takes both minis here. Already looking really bad for
Moes. A lot of aggression here. Yeah, and Power Moes is still power hungry. It looks like that Chopper did challenge for Stormy's natural yellow there, as his was denied from that mine. But it doesn't look like Power Moes is in a good position to be able to gather either of the wings here. He's got a grunt heading on over, but there's already a fodder there. And that timer for the mine is going to be back up here pretty soon for Stormy Style.
Yeah, so the advantage you have against Yap early on is that you can gather resources a lot faster than him with your units. But that slowly balances out because he can get so much fodder out and so much map control, picking up literally every unit, and that's what Stormy's doing. He's got fodder on both power bundles, he's got Moes' power bundle, he has his own power bundle, and all the blue almost on the map, so his eco's going to be looking really good, while stealing those 2 mini bases and picking up his own.
That sounds more nicer.
He's definitely going to be able to secure his back 2 here, but a great recover here from Power Moes, who took this the 2 center minis. He's going to put a couple of harvesters down on them, and he's probably going to have the racks at home to be able to try to clean up his side of the base. Yap Yap is running on a single gen. Again, there's 4 minis to 2. And there's a lot of red on the map right now. Stormy Style has eyes everywhere. He's just dropped that double mine near that choke point in power node for Power Moes there.
So Power Moes picked up 2 of the middle minis. He's not opted for Atriox chosen. He's only got 1 raid camp. Going to be building some jump up routes to clear out the mini bases that were stolen from him. Meanwhile, Stormy as well, no production buildings. Looks like he is opting in for choppers. So the chosen
he's going to have to do this obvious
would be
chopper
good.
play. Yeah, but it looks like he wanted to clean up this side of the map, but it definitely, like you said, the Chosen would have been a great option here. But he's got to clean up this side as early as possible. And Stormy does need a lot of time to be able to get these choppers online. And you're looking nearly at the 3-minute marker for be able to afford and start pumping these units here. Like I said, he hasn't opted in for double gens, so he can get a couple more choppers on the field kind of early on. These brutes are already attacking these mini bases, and let's see if Stormy Style tries to defend these stolen mini bases. I see a lot of the fodder rallying, and the choppers are kind of coming in too.
Yeah, he has countermeasures. He's going to pick off one mini pretty easily, but he's going to have to leave units there, and it's going to be a race to who picks that up again, because Stormy has a lot of fodder here, and now the choppers are coming in. He needs to pick up the mini base before Stormy does, and I don't know why he didn't go Chosen on the mini, to be honest. There you go, Moes does manage to actually pick up the mini, and he drops some plasma mines down as well.
He couldn't afford it because he set a double generator down, but again, there's no more barracks on the field, and he's banking on those countermeasure brutes there, and there's no longer any production. His last couple of brutes are trying to clean up these minis in the back here.
He might be committing.
As he is,
I mean, he's building a lot of grunts. He might commit to shrapnel rounds to deal with the choppers. Did manage to pick up that mini base, picking up a first power node, but he just needs to be careful. There's a lot of choppers.
No, 100%. He's trying to sort into T2. If you take a look at his eco, he's ready to queue that up.
Oh, he runs straight into a mine and loses. Oh, and another one! The double mine. Jesus. Yeah, he just lost all of his grunts there.
And he's definitely relinquished that power node already to Yap Yap. He cleared it out for him for free. Gave away his entire army here, and he's got to play a lot of defense. He's got two turrets up at home. He definitely needs his trucks on the field to start heavy hitting and start feeding off of that fodder. A lot of it's still on the field there.
Yeah, he just lost the chopper. He's sitting back at his base now, about to get Tech 2, and the War Council is coming up. Stormy also should be getting Tech 2 right about now. I can't see it at the moment. He's about to queue it up.
He just queued it now. But again, he just queued it up, so that's a minute out or 45 seconds out. Moes has set an aggressive forward racks with some suicide grunts on the front there on that other mini, as it is not being focused at the moment. And at home, he's set down a garage and an apex, and he's got the War Council on the backside there. It looks like it's safe for now, but Stormy Style has already hit third point. We haven't seen the turret drop yet, so he hasn't boosted his leader points that much farther yet. He has noticed the raid camp on the forward. There's the choppers are getting vision on it. Again, we're approaching the 5th minute mark. That's third point for Stormy Style. We haven't seen the turret drop utilized yet. Moes on the defense here as he tries to get his HRX chosen out. Rallied along with some marauders and possibly an apex for an engineer.
Yeah, so Moes is just going for a mixed army comp. It looks like Stormy might commit to double ranges. Probably going to get a War Council up on the Expo he's building. But that Chosen is out now. I mean, Moes should be able to slowly start pushing out. He could deal with the army that's on the field right now. The fodder might actually kill the mini base, which is a bit worrying. He should be able to defend that.
Well, he doesn't want to overcommit. He knows that turret and mine drop are in pocket, and it looks like he's feeling comfortable now to be able to push. He's got a couple of brutes with the countermeasures to be able to push on up here to defend this mini, which has a forward racks, and it's got
two suicides. There's the mines, catches it. Bulwark,
it's got a nice
bit late with the bulwark, but yeah, it works.
No, it was perfect timing. Completely negated the damage from the mine. Perfect timing coming out of that bulwark.
Looks like it just ran out. Suicide Grunt's coming out from this mini base with a hunter. This army's going to get cleaned up. Now, the other mini base does fall, and this one's really weak. Get the engineer on it! No! He misses the engineer on the base.
Yeah, Moes trying to come back into this game here. Definitely relying on an apex and a garage at home.
Well, there comes the Suis to clear up all of those fodder as well. But that's going to open up population for Stormy right now. He slaps down a fair generator on that Expo, and he's upgrading it.
So he opted in for a double raid camp at home, and he had such an advantage lead that he was able to expand there. But I wish that first slot coming out of tech would have been that third generator, and seeing the production buildings on this Expo here. Now he's definitely got to play a lot of defense to be able to hold that. He cannot lose that, as it will be a costly investment if that generator does fall on that mini there.
Yeah, I mean, he's upgrading that base now, so he can probably get a shield on it. He's 40 population, looks like good chunk of ranges, 6 ranges. But Moes does have a mixed army core. He's cleared his 2 minis back at home earlier in the game. He can retake the power nodes, and he's about to retake both middle minis, so he's got a foothold taking the middle of the map here. The only thing he's lacking is the Expo, which does have a shield coming up for Stormy, so he's going to be playing defense for a while until he can get online.
Yeah. Funny seeing Yap playing defense there, but like I said, it's definitely going to be because of that extra generators there. He's got to secure that one, make sure it's not going to be hurt. But both players sitting on 4th point. Curious to see what Stormy Style opted in for, as his units are overextended there. I want to see if that's the drop or not. It doesn't look like he's in a position to be able to afford this. He's trying to get this shield generator and counter units online here.
Yeah, Moes is actually going to push that Expo, but shield's coming up. He's about to lose a Marauder to just ranges. Not going to be the best push for him. I'd like to see him take the power nodes and getting up an Expo at this point.
What confuses me is that he had the Marauder there sitting on the shield generator. He saw the shield generator come up, and he's still going to press here. He saw the Rangers. He had full vision, all the information he needed to make this decision, and he's still choosing to press here.
Yeah, he's going to lose most of his army on this push. He doesn't have a lot of base damage to drop that shield. Lost some unnecessary units there. Expo is coming up. There is a lot of fodder nearby, so potential grunts from above could deny that quite easily.
Great job out of Moes. He's now microed off a Marauder on the backside to deal with that chopper and leftover fodder, which could have been a backdoor drop there as he tries to get his expansion online. But like you said, he's keeping busy here. He's going to start taking some nodes. He's going to take back some of these nodes here. And just like that, the map is a lot more blue than red as it was the first 7 minutes of that game there.
Yeah, he's going tech 3 as well, so he's going to get a tech 3 chosen, which does a hell of a lot of AoE damage. Fodder looks like it's rushing around. We might actually see grunts from above on this Expo, which just got built. But Moes is just sitting here. He can retake the power node from Stormy as well. It's been left there for too long. He's had map control for a while.
He's got it.
There it is. There's the grunts from above.
Yeah, got it.
Fair gen.
He's home.
He's a cancel out fair gen as well. That is expensive.
Yeah, both players putting gens on their expansions, which is definitely a costly investment.
And
it looks like he might lose it.
Yeah, he lets it. Oh, nice beam coming down right in the middle. Stormy doesn't look like he's watching his army just get disintegrated by this beam. And that drop is gone.
That drop is gone, and a great save is definitely that power extractor finished building. That's an 800 blue investment there, along with the expansion for the extra slots. Instead of microing the units, he got there just in time with the beam. As Stormy Style wasn't watching to be able to clean that up. We're going to see a small engagement in the center here. Stormy Style finally feels comfortable with his counter units to be able to push on up.
Yeah, Moes knew something we didn't. With Trox, you can go an array of leader powers: Dying Breath, Bulwark, Beam, Teleport. And he opted for Beam, and it just completely shut down that drop. Unfortunately for Stormy, because he wasn't watching, but that's why he didn't set the gen. And now he can just heal it up, and he has a base to push off, and that was a costly drop for Stormy, and he's losing a lot of Rangers running away here. Forced to drop a Grunt Dome on defense. Shade Turret drops coming down, Mine's coming down, but he can't get into range with the Shade Drop, so that's a wasted leader power for Stormy as well. Plasma Mines come down on the escape.
That was 3 wasted leader powers there. I really wish he'd have taken advantage of the stuns, and it looked like he just got really nervous and spammed the turrets there. He could have been able to stun that leader and pushed on up with his counter units there. But again, he dropped the Grunt Dome on defense and spammed the turrets, and it wasn't as effective as it was. And Trox is still sitting on a bulwark here, which is going to be set down there.
Maybe a bit preemptively, that bulwark, but he probably knows that Stormy has no leader powers left. I doubt he would have gone beam at this point with him going Grunt Dome. But this army's still getting shredded. He could have saved the bulwark.
A lot of counter units here. And that Trox still isn't in T3. He decided to upgrade his Expo instead. But I mean, you got to take advantage of your units there. You know you got that chosen. It isn't.
Teleports away.
That's going to be 5th point there for Power Moes. Gonna save that Trox. He's got to get it into T3. He's already invested into it. He's got to utilize it. He's already got the tanks on the field investing into that. That rally point is set from Stormy Style to Power Moes' expansion. He wants to get aggressive here.
Shield is coming up on the back. He's going to start getting aggressive as well. Moes needs to sit back. He doesn't need to engage this yet. Just sit under your shield for a bit. Plasma Mine's back up. Grunt Mine's go down. We have a Shroud as well to stop the Chosen.
They send infantry to attack me.
Yeah, he's focusing the Shroud. Blocking a few Chosen shots. Plasma Mine's going down at the back there. Chosen is fully healed up with his shield. We'll play a similar population in this engagement.
Still not in T3.
Now gets his Tech 3 upgrade. Oh my god, look at that army disappear.
That unit is going to make a huge difference.
Another drop comes down on the Expo, but the shield is up.
It looks like these units got microed off to overextend here to pull him back a little bit, to buy him some more time. But I mean, a great map control coming out of Power Moes, who has both center minis. Does need to work on his node control a little bit as he's losing it to Yap Yap. But it looks like the composition he's opting in for is Wraiths, Hunters, and a lot of NGs in the sky.
Good pick there. He actually takes the Methane Wagon. Looks like the Heavy Grunts are going to escape. The Grunt Riders are not going to be able to get the base because of the NGs. Good micro by Moes, but Stormy Style picking up a third base now as well. And retaking the power nodes.
Yeah, and you gotta commend Stormy Style, keep him busy here. He played defense. He's utilizing the power nodes here. He's got units all over the field. He's now taking the third base, taking advantage of this awkward downtime as he tries to rally in some more counter units and try to deal with the Strox, who is in T3. This is definitely a costly investment. And it looks like he might lose it.
Yeah, he lets it. Oh, nice beam coming down right in the middle. Stormy doesn't look like he's watching his army just get disintegrated by this beam. And that drop is gone.
That drop.
What the fuck?
Coming on in, T3, a lot of NGs in the sky. Still fighting in the Grunt Dome, it's gonna drop. Methane Party coming down.
Teleports out of it. He's gonna kill the Grunt.
Out of it.
Kills the Grunt Goblin as well. These are not upgraded. These are still Tech 0. Mine's coming down with the shade drops. But one mine does get killed. Needs to save the Trox. Bulwark kind of missed his army there. Trox is out on his own now.
NGs as well.
Moes down to 24
Rock's gotta turn around and
population.
keep shooting.
And he's already wasted his teleport as well.
Teleport.
So he's getting chased down. He should make it back to the shield with the NG support. So he's going to save him, but he is low on population, low on eco, and Stormy, even though he used most of his leader powers there, he's on the aggressive part here, going to be pushing this with a third base.
I have never seen Trox move so fast in my life. He's soaring.
He knew he was in danger. Stranger danger.
Yeah, that was really bad, but now it's the issue of the shields here. Not a lot of base damage. He's got 2 tanks to deal some base damage. These leaders are getting upgraded in the background here. Yap Yap's pushing on right on up here. 67 population versus Power Moes' 36 population. And again, the leader bands are going to be no Anders and no Colony, and a gentleman's agreement not to play Yap, and Stormy Style immediately plays Yap Yap.
There comes an E-Rap
coming down in front of the base here.
Oh, that was pretty nasty.
Massive E-Rap. It's going to get rid of one of those leaders. It's going to provide healing here. Another drop coming down for Stormy Style from the Yap Yap player. One leader now in T2 can heal up here.
Got Vet 1.
In the background.
Bulwark's going down on the Goblins. Mine's at the back. He just needs to keep the Trox alive. He has NGs. Trox can kill a lot of this army, but he has Wraiths now. His shield's off. Half health. This Trox looks like he's going to fall. He's going to walk into the mines. Trox falls, and that's pretty much the last line of defense for Moes there. Down to 16 population.
That's 16 population.
Stormy Style is going to take this game.
We made it. Is it over yet?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are watching quarterfinals, Power Moes versus Stormy. Both these players have been very, very active in the past 2 cups, and they've now met in the winner's bracket quarters final. That's going to be taken by Stormy Style, who has opted in for Yap Yap versus Trox on Frontier. We are now going to move on to Vault as we are in the quarterfinals. Definitely some interesting gameplay, but like we said, these 2 gentlemen, their leader bands are going to be Anders and Colony, and the gentleman's agreement was going to be nobody plays Yap Yap and Stormy style coming out the gate. Knows he's in winners bracket finals, gonna burn Yap Yap as his pick there. Decimus is still on the line here. Again, we are opting in for Vault. I'm very curious to see what leaders are going to be played by either player here. Colony is Power Moes' main there. His second strongest leader is most likely going to be his Atriox, and that's going to be taken down by Yap Yap. So I'm curious to see what he's going to opt in for. Stormy Style has a plethora of leaders that he's very well versed in here. So again, I'm very curious to see. Can you start the game, please? Very curious to see what these players are going to opt in for. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we announced a 2v2 tournament. It is our Autumn Open 2v2 with a $50 prize pool, 16-team single elimination. If you'd like to find out more about that information, type an exclamation point 2v2 down below. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and hit exclamation point donate. All proceeds will be sent to the winners of the World Series here, our Season 1 World Series here, and that's going to be straight added to the pot for the ones tournament that you are currently watching. Again, this is winners bracket finals. This is game, or not winners, this is winners bracket finals. Fuck, why do I keep messing that up? This is
winners bracket quarterfinals.
Winners bracket, yeah, I get quarterfinals. Game 1 has already been given to Stormy Style. We're jumping to game number 2 here, waiting for Power Most often. And Power Most is probably confused here. They had a gentleman's agreement not to play Yap Yap, and Stormy Style already played Yap Yap in game number 1 here. Are you doing intros?
Mm-hmm. Alright, going into game number 2, starting in the red.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Stormy Style, playing as the terrifying Jerome.
And over in the blue.
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Power Moes, playing as the fabled Arbiter.
Harvester constructed.
Alright, so Power Moes is opening double supply pad Ghost. Meanwhile, Stormy is going Gen first, so he probably is going to opt in for Hero, or he might go for a Quick Tech. Quick Tech into Hogs. You see it a lot on Vault. Jerome, Forge, Isabel.
Supply pad
but with the Gen first, he's going to negate to pick up a lot of these mini bases. So depends how greedy Moes gets. See how many mini bases he picks up.
I mean, it definitely wouldn't be a bad option to be able to opt in as many mini bases as possible. You kind of have a good hunch that your opponent's going to open up Gen first, and with a leader. So it's definitely going to give you a lot of time to take a lot of this map control. And again, this you'd be spending a lot of blue. You can still invest in a double generator while picking up these minis and focus on tech, whether it's spamming grunts or ghosts in the background. It's definitely a great position for Power Moes if he does choose that route.
Ghost under assault from enemy troops.
Yeah, so Moes actually sent the Ghost straight to the power of Stormy to take that power away from him, delay that leader slightly, and he picked up most of it, and he's going to get a nice Marine pick here as well. Picked up a double mini on his way, along with a single mini, and probably saving for a double second generator.
And Stormy Style still hasn't set his 5th pad there, and I don't know what he's waiting for. He's floating a lot of blue, and it looks like he wants to maybe grab him, and he's on a position to be able to get one. His cursor isn't moving as well.
Oh.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a 45-second DC rule. Anything beyond 45 seconds is going to be forfeited from the opponent that lagged out. So that game number 2 is going to be given to Power Moes to now tie up the quarterfinals 1-1.
Easy win.
I'm gonna say that's a little bit of karma for him going ahead and breaking that gentleman's agreement and opting in for Yap Yap. He's gonna DC in game number 2 there. We're now gonna hop on board in Mirage as we try to get Stormy Style back in the lobby. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3rd qualifying cup, the last of the qualifying cups before we move on into postseason. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and type in exclamation point donate down below to be able to to pitch in for the prize pool for our postseason matches there. And again, guys, if we announce a 2v2 tournament, it's our Autumn Open tournament. It's going down October 19th. Exclamation point 2v2 for that information down below. Trying to get Stormy Style back in here, guys. But again, you're watching a Europa Halo tournament. If they're an FPS shooter, background-based organization. They throw a lot of Halo 5 events. They currently retired from the Halo 5 community until Infinite does pop back up. In the meantime, they have invested into Halo Wars, and that's what you're currently watching. So if you'd like to give them a follow on their social media, you can type in exclamation point Twitter down below. They also have a YouTube channel, which they consistently upload as well. And a lot of this gameplay that you see here today will be there as well. So you can type in exclamation point YouTube or Twitter down below. So go ahead and follow them and show a little bit of support there. Liam, let's take a look at the bracket in the meantime while we try to get Stormy Style back in here. A live update on what's going on.
Well, we are in the quarters already, so the games are pretty slow. We've really got the losers bracket to focus on. Looks like Be Safe, as we saw earlier, 2-1 Super Squid. He's already waiting in the semi-finals, along with Hero Absolution, who 2-0'd the Car Fox. Looks like Nintendo Hippie and Savior are still playing on the other stream. Let me just check what the score is over there. Savior currently 1-0 up in that best of 3. Back to the bracket, so the winner of that actually goes to play Hero Absolution in the semi-finals. Now, in the losers bracket, we have Allied Fraser waiting on his opponent, Super Squid versus Joel, the Car Fox waiting on his opponent, Ma waiting on his opponent, and Quay Spy waiting on his opponent. Now, their opponents, the reason they're not there is because they will drop from one of these losers of the current quarterfinals of the winners bracket. So, Stormy's back here. Let's jump right back into the games.
Again, that's Be Safe and Hero Absolution, both on the opposite ends of the brackets, waiting in semifinals already. They're waiting on this current match here, and again, we heard Diverse Nintendo waiting on that match there for them to proceed on to their matches as well. So Be Safe, again, we saw him make semifinals losers bracket from last qualifying cup, and is now in the winners bracket of this qualifying cup. But again, we are in quarterfinals, winners bracket. Game number 3 here, Stormy Style versus Power Moes. The score is now 1-1. Stormy Style taking game number 1 and actually DCing game number 2 and forfeiting that win there. So we're moving on to game number 3. We're not going to get a replay because, like I said, we do have a 45-second DC rule. If a player disconnects after the 45 seconds, it will be forfeited over to his opponent. Now jumping on board, game number 3 here. Power Moes opting in for Jerome. Stormy Style, arguably, I think this might be his best leader. This is his bread and butter. This is what he's definitely climbed the ladder and gained a lot of experience with. And that's going to be Cutter for bread and butter from Cutter. That's going to be Stormy Style there, opting in for game number 3 here. So definitely a good matchup. Definitely a struggle for Stormy Style as opting in for Cutter against Jerome. So hopefully we see some great plays.
I'm not too sure about that. I think early game, probably, if he can get a good AST drop, maybe he'll go Spartan and try and stun Jerome, but if he can pull that off and kill the Jerome, then it's pretty much an easy game for Cut from there. But late game, yeah, Jerome. Over in the red.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Stormy Style playing as the terrifying Cutter.
And over in the blue.
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Power Moes playing as the fabled Jerome.
So Power Moes did open Gen first.
Yeah, it's going to be Gen first, and actually we saw Stormy Style actually challenge top middle, and he's going to take that double mini. He's going to try to secure that yellow bundle up front, and challenge for it as Jerome, again, is very, very power hungry in these early stages of the map, especially if they're going to opt in for a leader very early on here. But again, we're already seeing a mini pickup and a triple supply opener coming out of Stormy Style, who's already got opened up a single Marine. He's still taking, gathering some resources at home there.
Yeah, Stormy actually opted to pick up the double mini here. Moes is going to move across to the side, pick up his side minis. Doesn't want to lose them. And already in an early barracks coming down in the center on that double mini. Opening triple supply pad for Stormy. The gen is now coming up. So we're probably going to see some early snipers in those garrisons. As I mentioned earlier in the BCFS Super game, snipers can be really good when trying to hold this middle ground.
I just don't agree with that barracks that early. I'd rather have seen that investment into another mini possibly. You cannot utilize it out the gate because Generator was so far behind from being upgraded. He did opt in for Gen 4, so the Generator wasn't even up as that barracks was coming down. So it's definitely not a utilized position. I'd like to see another supply pad come down instead of that, but it looks like he's going to immediately opt in for Hellbringers, but those Bringers are definitely going to have a hard time dealing with this Jerome, who is 34 seconds from being out.
Yeah, I would have preferred snipers coming out. I mean, Moes cleverly has already taken 2 garrisons to deny any snipers being put in them.
Yeah, he denied those 2 snipers, but Stormy, like again, I just feel like he's so behind for a triple supply pad opener. He's barely grabbing those 2 side minis now. He's already got a racks down pumping flamers, but I mean, he hasn't gotten a scout, but he's really assuming that his opponent is opening up that leader, and these flamers are literally going to do nothing to that leader, so hopefully he can try to rebuttal here. Again, he went Gen 4th. He's really behind on this build here as he's pumping flamers, and he's still kind of low on population here. I mean, we're seeing a very similar population
Oh,
count.
the sniper walked into the mine as he walked out there. He's red bar. Gets a nice shot on Jerome as he walks by.
Yeah, he's already got a sights on that already, and it looks like he's opted for an armory in the center as well.
We go. That's what he
opted
needs.
for his own Jerome.
But again, it's a
needs
lot
to
of
get some
power from
stuns.
him as well as the Jerome. So I feel like Moes is going to be ahead on the power because of going Gen first.
We're getting hit from above.
Right, but Stormy Styles already replaced one of his supply pads with the second generator, and that's upgrading while this armory is building up here in the front. So he's got a couple snipers on the field, he's got a couple flamers on the field, a couple counter units to deal with any aggression that's going to come out. But again, the biggest issue is going to be the leader, and it's going to come down to the timing of this top middle push coming out of Power Moes.
Moes has cleared out his first power node, going to be picking that up, and he did actually kill all the sentinels with the Jerome stood still, so that's going to be some nice experience towards his level 1 vet. While he pushes this center, this Jerome from Cutter is 35 seconds out. We now have snipers from Moes as well, so a Jerome with a Manus and snipers. 2 garrisons are free at the back.
Yep.
Stormy has 2 snipers in the garrison.
Our base is
He's going to get pushed now.
And both players not like about halfway till
Manus shot goes down on the garrison, doesn't do any damage though.
Doesn't do any damage. He's got to get that unit on the field though.
Oh, the sniper
gotta
walks
get his
into
leader
the
inside of it
mines
to do damage.
again. Yeah, he does get his leader inside there, and he puts his sniper in the garrison as well. Stormy about to
That's
lose
real.
all of his snipers here. Jerome does come out, so he should be able to slam it. Gets a good slam on the units, but nothing to follow up. This Mantis is going to be hard to kill for him.
And Stormy Style is still saving up for that ODST, and he's going to try to bank on it as he has his own leader out in the field here, trying to deal with this beefy mech on the field. He's actually going to push Power Moes off here.
Yeah, they
Leader finally
traded snipers
upgraded?
there. Should be able to kite this Jerome though. Going to chase him down. His slam is up. Close, so close to that third point, which could turn this battle around if he gets it in time. A little bit like that.
Not a lot of units coming out of Stormy Style. It's definitely going to be only the ODST that are going to have to try to clean up this leader, but his own leader's in.
Oh, the
peril.
sniper! And he
Red
dies!
by a sniper.
Moes now as well. He has 3 snipers on the top here. And this is all of the production from Stormy Style. He has a double gen at home, no production, and the shield comes back on the Mantis. This looks like his game. Absolutely dominating here.
I mean, this is where Stormy Style has to make a backdoor play and pull his opponent away. This is too much to handle on top mid here. He's already re-queued his Jerome. That's around the corner from being out, but it's still not going to matter. We are now sitting in 3rd point for both players.
Yeah, that Jerome's dead the second it comes out.
Population
Look how many
versus
snipers are here crowding here.
And he's still got a stun in the pocket.
There's the ODST drop.
There's the ODST drop.
That'll allow the Jerome to come out. But there's a beefy army. 63 population to 20 right now. Moes dodging the ODST mines. Yeah, still 4 snipers gunning down this Jerome. The mini base goes down. Good slam there from Stormy. But the snipers again. Oh, the assassination's going.
And he's caught in an he's caught in an animation there.
Disgusting.
Again, this is 54 population versus 9. Stormy style looks like he's just trying to hang on in here, but this
he jumps in the garrison.
Really
he's gonna do a bit of damage to the units, but this Jerome is a goner. He's dead.
Our Spartan is low on
it doesn't look like he opted in for Mastodons as that third point there. Looks like it might have been the drop still, and he still has that in pocket as well. Power Moes just queued up T2. Has now secured the middle of the map. Let's take a look at Stormy style, who can queue up T2 as well. But again, he's sitting on 6 population. He's trying to get some turrets up. He's definitely on the back foot here, and he's not looking in a great position. He's already burned that ODST. He's back on the timer, and Moes is going to get very aggressive here.
Yeah, he can queue up T2. The problem is he doesn't have an army, so Moes has an army and queuing up T2, and can take the full map. Really pushing up straight to the main.
We've seen Stormy style go toe to toe with Nintendo Hippie and a lot of big contenders from the last couple of cups, and it's just amazing to see Power Moes to come up here and actually go 1-to-1 with Stormy style, and he's looking in a great position to be able to close this out in the quarterfinals here.
Yeah, a slight bit of luck if he wins this game as well because of that DC. So Stormy style is going to resign and unfortunately going to be knocked out to the losers bracket by Power Moes taking that game.
Oh, now we got choices. Do we watch Hero Absolution? We wait for that as that finishes up, or do we just move right on into Power Moes versus Be Safe? But again, guys, we just finished up the quarterfinals there. We saw now Power Moes take the series 2-1. I'm going to blame that on some bad luck. I'm going to blame that on karma for Stormy style, who opted into a gentleman's agreement of not playing Yap Yap and actually broke that agreement by opting in for Yap Yap there. But again, the leader bans are no Anders, no Colony, gentleman's agreement not to play Yap Yap. Stormy style is going to be knocked into losers bracket after DCing game number 2 and getting a hard counter in game number 3. Let's just get Be Safe in here. Let's keep it running.
The Power Moes is going against Be Safe. Yeah, get him in here.
We have to contact him because he doesn't get things. Again, guys, we announced a 2v2 tourney. That is our Autumn Open 2v2. That is going down October 19th. If you'd like to participate, type in exclamation point 2v2 down below. It's got a $50 prize for the first place winner that's going to come out of a 16-team single elimination style bracket. There's not going to be a season for that. It's a stand-alone single-day tournament. If you'd like to participate, the registration is open. All of the rules are in that link below. Like I said, you can type an exclamation point tourney down below. We are moving on to the semifinals here. We're going to watch Power Moes versus Be Safe.